Most gardeners waste 2 to 4 weeks every spring because they're waiting for every bit of snow to disappear. That's a mistake. Your entire garden doesn't need to be ready before you plant. If you know how to create small warm microzones, you can often get cool season crops established while patches of snow are still melting around your garden. Those extra weeks can mean larger harvests before summer heat arrives. One tool that has made this much easier for me is my wireless soil moisture meter for plants. Besides checking moisture, it measures soil temperature, which tells me when a planting spot is actually ready instead of relying on guesswork. I've avoided planting into soil that still looked dry on top but was ice cold underneath more times than I can count. I'll leave the exact one I use in the description if you want to check it out. The secret isn't fighting winter. It's learning to work with a landscape that's already changing. One small section of my garden always wakes up before the rest. Every property has natural microclimates. South-facing beds receive more sunlight. Raised beds drain faster. Areas beside stone walls, fences, or brick foundations absorb daytime heat and release it slowly overnight. These locations often reach planting temperatures days or even weeks before the rest of the garden. Most gardeners ignore these differences and wait until every bed looks the same. That's lost growing time. If you enjoy practical techniques that squeeze more productivity from every season, subscribe now because we focus on methods that actually work in real gardens. The first thing I do is identify the warmest bed on the property. I gently remove remaining snow from only that area instead of clearing the whole garden. Dark compost spread over the surface absorbs sunlight far better than white snow, accelerating thawing naturally. I don't dig frozen soil. I simply allow the sun to do the work. Once the surface softens, I add a light layer of finished compost, usually about 1 inch thick. Compost darkens the surface, improves seed contact, and creates a more favorable environment for soil biology as temperatures rise. Here's the part that makes the biggest difference. Many gardeners judge planting conditions by air temperature alone. Plants don't germinate because the afternoon feels warm. Seeds respond primarily to soil temperature. Cool season vegetables like spinach, peas, radishes, lettuce, and some brassicas can germinate in surprisingly cool soils, but only after the soil itself has reached suitable temperatures and is workable, not frozen or waterlogged. That's why measuring the soil is far more useful than guessing from the weather forecast. Moisture matters just as much. Snowmelt often leaves uneven moisture. One section may be saturated while another drains beautifully. Seeds planted into waterlogged soil frequently rot before they ever sprout. I look for soil that's moist enough to hold together when squeezed but still crumbles apart with gentle pressure. That's usually the sweet spot for early planting. There's another simple trick that speeds everything up. After planting, I cover the bed with lightweight frost fabric or a low tunnel supported by wire hoops. During sunny days, even a few degrees of additional warmth can significantly improve early growth while protecting young seedlings from overnight freezes. The combination of warm microzones, dark compost, and simple row covers consistently gets crops established earlier than waiting for ideal spring weather. One mistake I see every year is gardeners rushing warm season vegetables into these early beds. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, and beans still need genuinely warm soil. Starting those too early usually delays growth instead of accelerating it. Microzone gardening isn't about ignoring biology. It's about matching the right crops with the right conditions. I've used this approach in raised beds, traditional gardens, and even large containers placed against south-facing walls. Containers often warm much faster than in-ground beds, making them excellent candidates for early greens and herbs. The result isn't just an earlier harvest. Plants that establish before weeds explode in late spring often require less maintenance throughout the season. They develop stronger root systems during cool weather and are better prepared when temperatures begin climbing. The biggest lesson I've learned is that spring doesn't arrive all at once. It arrives one warm pocket at a time. Serious gardeners recognize those opportunities while everyone else is still waiting for perfect conditions. That's what separates productive gardens from average ones. If this video helped you think differently about extending your growing season, subscribe to Farm Logic and share this video with another gardener. The more you understand soil temperature, moisture, sunlight, and plant biology, the less you'll depend on the calendar, and the more you'll harvest every single year.